$100 million, you know, and he's his own boss. He can say and do what he wants to do, having a great team.
Yeah.
Because no one person can do it by himself. That was the core of the team.
Gotcha.
You know, and it was a tremendous sacrifice, you know, especially for me. I worked like 15 years straight, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, that whole middle part of my life,
yeah,
it didn't exist. It didn't exist.
And now you have this egg on your face and things are falling apart. And now people are wondering, did you get screwed, or was it your own financial ignorance, and now you're bitter?
People taking shots at a great fighter, Mayweather. Probably the same people that were, applauding him and saying how great he was at one point, and now they're taking shots at him like they're almost, like they get pleasure out of seeing a great fall, potentially.
You're right,
fall.
but when you call yourself the money man, you do it to yourself a little bit too.
No, I can't argue with that.
Leonard Ellerbe recently addressed the claims surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly losing his $1.1 billion fortune. And according to him, it didn't come as a surprise. Having spent years working closely with Floyd, Ellerbe witnessed the lifestyle up close, the luxury, the spending, and the constant flow of money going out. He explained that those habits, while impressive on the surface, eventually played a major role in the financial pressure being discussed today.
Day one, what it is that, and they know, everybody laughed at me. They laughed at me. They said, oh, he just talking nonsense.
Ellerbe noted that when Floyd reaches that level of fame and success, criticism becomes unavoidable. From his perspective, the real battle isn't avoiding negativity, but learning how to handle it as it comes. Public pressure, rumors, and constant scrutiny come with the territory, and mentally managing it matters just as much money.
When you're on top, when you're at the top, you can expect criticism. It just comes with success, and it's all about how you handle things. And me personally, none of it's personal.
He further implied Floyd Mayweather had multiple chances to create a lasting business legacy beyond boxing, but reaching that stability would have demanded sharper focus, disciplined planning, and stronger long-term decision-making that perhaps was not consistently prioritized over time in practice too.
Right.
But he was the first one that had a team surrounded by him that our focus was the business and his focus was the boxing. And in turn, we built the brand, built Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah.
And Floyd became his own boss.
Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas pointed out how fast public opinion can change. The people who once celebrated Mayweather's success are now among those criticizing him, with some even finding satisfaction in what they believe is his financial downfall.
Waiting on the 1.5 from Floyd Mayweather, he made this video simultaneously with the beef with Le'Veon, and I don't know, maybe it's coincidence, maybe it isn't.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. The fight nobody asked for except me. I need this because if Floyd wins, he can finally pay me my $1.5 million. I don't care about the legacy fight. I don't care that these men have a combined age of 100 years. I care that Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer alive, uses those same hands that made him 100 million to Venmo me my money. And Floyd, if you're watching this, win it and pay me back or I'm gonna send my goons after you. Gotcha. Hey.
I really don't know why I watched that. Yeah, listen, dude. Logan is, again, functionally a coward for not doing this. I was really excited for it, too. I couldn't wait. That was about to be content, bud. But, I mean, okay, yes. I understand if he is under WWE.
On the other side, Wack 100 pushed back on the idea that Floyd is broke. According to him, real wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about peace of mind. And Mayweather's ability to ignore rumors and stay unaffected by outside criticism shows a different kind of strength.
You said he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And and I've taken I've taken arrows for it, and of course, I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available. Because the last...
Paulai Malignaggi believes the situation could appear very different if Floyd had kept finances more private instead of constantly showcasing wealth, cash, cars, jewelry. He says that invited scrutiny and that visibility made people question and analyze financial reality closely.
Right now,
What's that?
is peace of mind. When I send him things, like I send you things when it's pertaining to you, when he gets the time, he'll call me and he say, hey, Wack, what's that? And I tell him, he said, that's nonsense. He said, well, as long as they trying to figure me out, they not gonna be able to figure out what they need to do. And he continues to move. I will say this without saying too much, that I've seen him pass on some big deals based upon business he already has on the table. But again, I've been to his home. I talked to him regular.
One boxing analyst closely examined the situation, highlighting contrast between Floyd's image and current reports throughout his career overall perspective. Mayweather worked alongside key figures like Steven Espinosa at Showtime Networks. Now he is reportedly pursuing a $340 million lawsuit over unpaid earnings claims. While his longtime advisor Al Haymon is not officially named in the case, the growing number of disputes continues to raise questions. The analyst also pointed out that Floyd's spending habits, luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and private jets may have contributed to current situation.
Right? And Floyd himself was flaunting himself like he was the guy who was making that kind of money. And for all intents and purposes, I assume he was. Everybody assumed he was, and it seemed like he thought he was because he wasn't complaining. He was showing off, you know? This is why, as I get older, I feel like, and everybody always tells you this when you're young, like, keep your finances private, you know, and this is why I think this is a big reason why. First and foremost, you notice that if you don't keep your finances private, everybody and their mothers ask you for money constantly. And they don't ask you for...
That happens either way.
And they don't ask you... Well, people assume you have money, but if you flaunt it, you definitely... They confirm you have money. And they don't ask you for money like you need to buy the Rolex or the Lamborghini. They'll guilt you into it. They need their mother's dying in the hospital. They need to pay for a funeral. Their kid is sick. Like, they guilt you into it.
Reports suggest that expenses tied to luxury homes, high rental costs, and unpaid balances slowly began piling up over time. One case even involved a Miami property owner claiming Mayweather owed about $500,000 in unpaid rent there. According to reports, initial payments were made, but communication later stopped when the remaining balance was requested. Analysts believe that a mix of heavy spending, weak financial oversight, and reliance on others for key decisions created serious problems. They emphasize that wealth alone does not guarantee long-term stability.
We're going to go through in this video. Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? The bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious...
Both Paulai Malignaggi and Chris Algieri discussed how someone like Mayweather could face financial concerns despite earning enormous amounts. Malignaggi said it's hard to understand how such large sums could go unaccounted for. While buying luxury items like cars or jewelry may seem excessive, those are small compared to the massive earnings Floyd generated. Algieri added that even losing track of money from a single major fight could result in huge financial setbacks, and repeated mistakes like that can grow quickly.
Presents the $500K, $500,000 in arrears plus late fees minus a deposit that Mayweather paid at the start of the lease and the $100,000 catch-up payment. So they deducted what he did submit when he was made aware of this, the $100K, and I guess a deposit. So the remaining balance is that. An attorney for Mayweather did not provide a comment by deadline. He has not responded to the lawsuit in court. In a separate legal matter, so we've already went over one with this luxury condo in Manhattan, right? But a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry.
Amid a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry he took. Malignaggi also compared the situation to past cases like Mike Tyson, who suffered major financial losses due to poor management and exploitation. Both analysts agreed that these issues don't appear suddenly. They build over time. Often it takes someone reviewing the finances closely to finally uncover the problems.
Like, there's guys who have a lot of money, okay? For me, I could go into a jewelry store, spend 20,000 at the time, like nothing. Like, you know what? I didn't plan on going there. I bought a Ferrari. I went with my friend to go check out a Ferrari he was gonna buy. I went there and I'm like, I got this in my account. I could buy this right now. You know, like that. You know, and I'm not saying that's smart. What I'm saying is,
your accountant must have loved you.
Yeah, really. but what I'm saying is, I got good money for that when I sold it.
I'm just listening.
The used car market came back at the time. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it could go like that, okay? That kind of money. But bro, $340 million? That's not Ferrari, but that's a lot of Ferraris, a lot of houses.
But Floyd had a lot of Ferraris, and that's the thing about Floyd. Like, yes, is that way too much?
Boxing reporter Dan Raphael said he wasn't shocked by the reports, noting that anyone who followed Mayweather's career closely could have predicted potential financial challenges. Floyd's lifestyle remained public, with private jets, luxury cars, expensive vacations, all visible through media and social platforms everywhere seen.
It's more than one fight. Multiple fights.
At the height of your career.
$340 million. There's nights where you didn't make that much money in a night.
But we heard about stuff like this with Mike Tyson back in the day. Yeah. Big money losses, people taking advantage of him. A number of different things. Now, all that being said and done, 10 years is the point. That is the major point of all of this. Because when you look about this now, 10 years, where does this come from? It makes me think that someone's gotten in his ear. And maybe, where does this come from out of nowhere? Is he going through the books now, 10 years later? No, of course not. Someone else is. Someone else is probably telling him, hey, man, this is like this, this is like that. So you
think it did happen?
I don't know. I think someone, regardless of whether it happened or it didn't,
but that's what I'm wondering.
Unless it's coming out of nowhere, unless he literally is just getting just
he's losing his mind because
there's
a lot of rumors about him losing money, right?
Losing money, being I don't want to say destitute.
Raphael explained that this level of spending makes financial pressure almost inevitable over time. Even with record-breaking earnings, constant high expenses can slowly drain wealth. He described Mayweather's lifestyle as one that required continuous spending just to maintain its image, making long-term stability difficult without careful management.
When encounters some financial issues post his boxing career is not in any way a surprise to me. When you see the types of things that, if you believe anything that he puts on his social media, the travel that he does, the places he goes, and the amount of entourage he has, I mean, that's like a money pit. I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first-class hotels or you're, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it. I mean, it's all good when you're making those gigantic paydays and they're coming in, a couple times a year. You're making 40 million here and 25 million there, or even more, 100 million plus, when he fought the big mega fights with guys like Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. But when that stops,
Analyst Fannin discussed Mayweather's recent legal actions, noting that despite earning over $1 billion, Floyd now claims a large portion of that money never fully reached him. The lawsuit targets Showtime and executives like Steven Espinosa, raising concerns about how his finances were managed over the years.
To me, because Al Heyman, who is not named in the suit, but apparently is supposedly part of this problem, whatever. But I mean, I've known Al Heyman and covered Al Heyman's fighters and his business since the day he stepped in boxing in like 2002 with Vernon Forrest. And all that time, and literally in terms of the PBC, a couple hundred fighters that he's dealt with, maybe not personally, but that his team is and his company. To a fighter, you never hear anybody, even when they're retired or they're not with Al anymore, nobody talks bad about him. In fact, if you ask most fighters, they'll tell you how good to them that he has been, that type of money that they've helped him make.
Analysts say lawsuit claims earnings from major fights, including bouts with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, may have been routed through accounts linked to Al Haymon instead of going directly to Mayweather. It is also reported that when access to financial records was requested, some documents were missing, raising further concerns. According to analysts, this highlights how complex financial structures can lead to major issues if not properly managed.
According to TMZ, let's get to the TMZ. Floyd Mayweather sues Showtime, saying I'm missing hundreds of millions of dollars. Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he made over $1 billion in earnings over his legendary career, but the 50-0 fighter claims all the money didn't make it to his bank account. He is now suing Showtime, claiming they played a big role in his ex-manager screwing him out of hundreds of millions of dollars. In the lawsuit, filed by Floyd in California and obtained by TMZ Sports, Mayweather says he's gunning to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in the misappropriated funds and damages resulting from long-running and elaborate.
WAC 100 again defended Mayweather, saying Floyd remains calm and unaffected by public criticism. He explained that much of Mayweather's wealth is spread across businesses, trusts, and investments, making it difficult for outsiders to fully understand his financial position. According to him, Floyd is still secure and, more importantly, he values personal happiness, including time spent with his family, especially his grandson.